Good morning, everyone. This is Pastor Brett Strohecker with New Beginnings Church at Middletown, Pennsylvania. Boy, seems like the camera was kind of slow to start here this morning. I don't know. It's Friday. Blessed Friday. It's actually Friday, August the 11th, when I'm filming this. So wanted to talk today real quickly about Jonah chapter 4, because we've been looking at the book of Jonah this week, and there's a lot of good things in this short book that we can discuss. So let's get right into it here on chapter 4. This is Jonah's anger at the Lord's mercy. This change of plans upset Jonah, and he became very angry. So he complained to the Lord about it. "Didn't I say before I left home that you would do this, Lord? That is why I ran away to Tarshish. I knew that you were a gracious and compassionate God, slow to get angry and filled with unfailing love. I knew how easily you could cancel your plans for destroying these people. Just kill me now, Lord. I'd rather be dead than alive because nothing I predicted is going to happen." The Lord replied, "Is it right for you to be angry about this?" Then Jonah went out to the east side of the city and made a shelter to sit under as he waited to see if anything would happen to the city. And the Lord God arranged for a leafy plant to grow there, and soon it spread its broad leaves over Jonah's head, shading him from the sun. This eased some of his discomfort, and Jonah was very grateful for the plant. But God also prepared a worm. The next morning at dawn, the worm ate through the stem of the plant, so that it soon died and withered away. And as the sun grew hot, God sent a scorching east wind to blow on Jonah. The sun beat down on his head until he grew faint and wished to die. "Death is certainly better than this," Jonah exclaimed. Then God said to Jonah, "Is it right for you to be angry because the plant died?" "Yes," Jonah retorted, "even angry enough to die." Then the Lord said, "You feel sorry about the plant, though you did nothing to put it there. And the plant is only, at best, short-lived. But Nineveh has more than 120,000 people living in spiritual darkness, not to mention all the animals. Shouldn't I feel sorry for such a great city?" And that's how the book ends, right there. So what's going on here? Jonah was mad. Why? Because he didn't get his way. How many times do we get upset with God because he doesn't answer our prayers in a manner that we see fit? You see, whenever we go to the Lord in prayer, we should be willing to accept what his answer will be. Sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no, and other times it's my grace is sufficient. Grace is sufficient. I'm getting a little tongue-tied here this morning. So Jonah's mad because, number one, he went around and told everybody that the Lord was going to destroy the city in 40 days, but they repented. And what did God do? He reversed his plans to destroy the city. So now Jonah feels like an idiot because he went around prophesying that everything was going to be destroyed. And that's what he wanted to happen because he didn't like the people of Nineveh, like we talked about the other day. So he's upset now because he didn't get his way. And the Lord's like, "Really? Should you be angry about this? There's 120,000 people in this city. And you're angry? You saved 120,000 lives. You helped me in saving these people who were living in spiritual darkness. Why are you upset about this, Jonah? Just like, why are you upset when the Lord doesn't answer things your way, when you don't get your way with God?" Well, let's think about this. Who are we praying to? Who are we talking to? Isn't God's wisdom greater than ours? Isn't God someone that we need to respect and revere and trust? Because God only has our best interest in mind when he answers our prayers. Furthermore, God shows that Jonah is really only thinking for himself. and is being a very self-centered and selfish person, because he's shaded by this great plant that God grows up over him, and he's just waiting for the city to be destroyed. But he's upset the city wasn't destroyed, and then God sends the worm that eats through the stem of the plant dies, he no longer has any shelter, now he's getting scorched under the sun. And he's complaining, and he's only thinking about himself, when he should be praising God and giving thanks that 120,000 people turn from their wicked ways and turn to the Lord. See, we're so busy being worried about me, myself, and I. And we're not looking at the bigger picture, which is where God is at. God has the bigger picture in mind. Yes, he has our best interest in mind, but he also has the bigger picture in mind. And we need to be team players with God and with other Christians, and we need to have the compassion that God has for other people and the love for our neighbor like God commanded us to have. That's the whole point of this chapter 4. We got to stop looking at ourselves. We got to stop looking within, and we need to start looking to God to see what's best for us and best for the world. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great day and a blessed day. And remember, nothing in this world is more important than the love of Jesus Christ. I'll talk to you soon.